I was still a young girl then, living in a home filled with the noise and laughter of 6 children, 5 girls and 1 boy. Dad had just bought us a royal blue Volkswagen Beetle so my sister and I could drive. Every day, it was our duty to bring our younger siblings to their schools before my eldest sister and I went to ours. When my sister eventually graduated, the Beetle was all mine. It was freedom. I could still do my duties, but also take my friends for ice cream or skating after early dismissals. Back then, I was the only student in school with a car parked in the grounds. But before that little car came into my life, something happened. Something that would change how I saw the world forever. It was an ordinary school day, except my sister was sick and stayed home. That meant I was the only one to be fetched after classes, but no one came. I waited and waited. The sky turned dark, the schoolyard emptied. By 10 p.m., I was still sitting at the waiting shed, mosquitoes biting my arms and legs, my eyes sore from scanning the driveway for a familiar car. There were no cell phones back then, no way to call for help. And the thought of spending the night alone on those hard benches made my chest tighten. So I decided to be brave. I would take the bus home, something I had never done alone before. I knew it would take 2 rides to get there. The first bus was uneventful. I even began to feel a little proud of myself. But on the second bus, as the conductor made his way down the aisle, I reached for my wallet and it wasn't there. My heart stopped. My face burned. I scrambled through my bag again and again, but it was gone. Panic gripped me. I told the driver to stop, pretending my stop was near, and hurried off before anyone could realize I had no money to pay. I found myself on an unfamiliar road, midnight black, silent. Not a single car in sight. It was close to 11 p.m., and the only sound was my own footsteps. That's when fear truly set in. My anger at being forgotten by my family mixed with a gnawing dread. What if I couldn't get home? What if something happened to me here in the middle of nowhere? I looked up into the empty night and whispered the most desperate prayer I had ever said. Lord, please, please send me a ride home. And then it happened. Without a sound, a taxi appeared behind me. No headlights from a distance, no rumble of an engine growing near. It was just there, as if it had been waiting for me. The driver pulled over without a word, as though he already knew I needed him. I got in, my heart pounding, but instead of fear, I felt this strange, quiet peace. Neither of us spoke the entire ride. When we reached home, I bolted inside, calling out to my family, "You forgot to fetch me. Please pay the taxi waiting outside." Everyone moved to do so, but I was already in my room, lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. The scene kept playing in my mind. The empty street, the silence. And then the sudden appearance of that taxi. At the exact moment I whispered my prayer. Some people might call it luck. Others, coincidence. But deep in my heart, I knew this was neither. That night, God was not silent. The angels were not busy elsewhere. They were right there, with me, on that dark road. It made me realize, sometimes heaven answers not with thunder or light, but with quiet, perfect timing. And when it happens, you don't question it. You just know. This was how it was always meant to be, because that taxi didn't just take me home. It reminded me that even in the scariest, loneliest moments, I am seen, I am heard, and I am never, ever alone.